Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. What do you do when it's not meta? Gosh darn game isn't going according to the meta. Proc. Proc has been around a long time. Himmel's Procdorf. I was about to say most people know how to play Proc, but I don't know if that's true. I think most people kind of know where to go on Proc. I think a lot of people avoid hard positions on Proc, especially the middle. But what happens when you don't see the meta evolve? Well, that's where you got to get creative. And this is Black 5 from Clan Sam. He put this replay on the forum, said this was a really weird proc, and I will agree, it was very strange. And I decided to gank this because I could then make a video of it, put it on YouTube, and make 6.9 cents. So, pay me the money. He's in his Char Footer, which is a really good tier 9. He's top tier. He's got a good setup. This is a great tank for a Char Footer. As top tier, he's got pretty good. He's got good mobility. He's got the burst damage with the gun. I realize it has kind of a slow inter-clip thing going on, but my goodness, 390 alpha, I believe, is the damage on these bad boys. Yes. So just a monster. Can work as a TD, can work as a scout, can work as a medium, has the auto loader. I mean, just everything going for it. Especially when you can, over here, beat up on these kinds of tanks. But let's see what happens, because I already gave a little bit of it away by saying it doesn't go meta. What do you expect to see? Let's go ahead and get the mini-map going. Well, you expect to see some Camp-A-Llama Ding Dang going on the 1-2 line. You expect someone to go up the hill. And generally you expect maybe some light tanks or faster tanks to ridge surf, and maybe a couple heavies to go to the 5-6 line. And you expect the enemy team to do the same thing. You expect. Now this surprised me a little bit that he was going to do this. He's going kind of balls deep right here. This is a little bit, I don't know, man. For me, that was a bit dicey, but let's take a look at the enemy makeup and realize that there are no scouts in this battle. There's, most importantly, no tier 8 scouts with CVS. That doesn't mean there can't be some CVS on mediums, so that's possible. But you don't have, say, an ELC 90 or an LHM TV or any of the tier 8 scouts that might see somebody doing this. Look at the just choo-choo train on the 1-2 line. Choo-choo. And you will note there's nobody on the 5-6. This always makes me nervous when I see my team do this. Generally, you'll find me on the 5-6. Me and maybe one other tank. There is an Artie, but my goodness, the middle is open. And I think Black 5 sort of figures this out pretty quickly. Let's see what he's doing with his camera here. Kind of zooming in, zooming out. He's like, what? Do I see any trees going down? What's happening here? What is what is this madness? Well, he's going to bail out of that. I thought that was dangerous, though. We're just kind of really highlighting ourselves. Crickets. Cricketsville. Look at this. What? How has he not taken 14.2 thousand shots right now? Nothing. Nothing. Crickets. I mean, he's just on a nice little stroll in the park. Isn't this... I mean, Proc is a lovely field. Got these nice rolling hills and nice little dirt road right here to drive along. Look how nice all this is. A very pristine condition. And, you know, somebody was here and got kind of blowed up right here. But I don't know. Let's just wander around on the ridge, see what happens. Surely there's somebody on the enemy's 5-6 line, right? Those are the first enemies spotted, and we are a minute and a half into it. That is really unusual on Proc. Look at this. I don't even know what to say. Not only did the green team not send anybody to the 5-6, the purple/red team did not send anybody to the 5-6. That, I don't know how many in 100, let's call it 10. I don't know how many in 10 games that happens. I feel like it's 0. Maybe 1 in 10. But not only did they not go the 5-6 line, nobody on the enemy team was running the ridge, and the only team on the green, the only guy on the green team doing it was Black 5. And we have... I just love this. You know, and he just He just adapted, right? Right? He just adapted. He's adapting and overcoming. He looks at this and goes, well, this is very odd. Let's see if I can take advantage of it. I like it. Let's figure it out. Well, slams the brakes on. Doesn't really want to get seen. Oh, I thought I would have backed up. Yeah, there you go. I would have done that earlier. Backed up, make those bushes go dark, and then taken this shot. Biff. I mean, that just doesn't that feel great? The second tank on the enemy team to die was the artillery. And you note that he obviously had 6 cents because he sat there. He got seen. 3 seconds later, he's like, "Oh!" He started running out. I want you guys to look. Look on the mini map. Now, if you can't see it, maybe your eyes aren't good enough. Let's just spin around. What the? The enemy Charfooter is behind us. So he has come from the east side of the tracks up and over and is now running down the middle here. I bet the Artie is crying and yelling. But this Charfuture is just hot on the heels of our hero, and he doesn't see him yet. And our hero doesn't see him yet. That was me moving the camera. Now, I don't know what he sees on the minimap right now, but he's not looking at this guy. And I think it's pretty apparent when he notices the guy. Watch this. There's a shot. He's like, what? So he's so deep into the backfield. He's probably wondering what in the hell is going on here. And then a shot comes in, and he's now dueling with the Charfooter. And he's like, oh, the guy missed. That's painful for him. All right, auto aim action. It's working for him because the guy's running away. He misses that shot. I think I would have gone, yeah, definitely would have gone for the manual aim. Another nice shot there. Unfortunately, does he just get critical? So he got 2. All right, so 2 of his 3 did damage. And this, I think this is one of the bigger mistakes that Black 5 made. I definitely would not have come up and over this ridge. Because, let's talk about this a little bit. You know, sometimes when you get a setup like this and you go, ooh, I can get into their backfield, just be aware that this early in the game, with 13 guns left, there are enemy guns everywhere back here, and probably a significant number in the southwest. And when you are already spotted, all these guns are looking at you. They're all going, ooh, someone to shoot. Oh, is he going to come up over the ridge? And he did. Again, I'm surprised you didn't disintegrate. One of them finally got you. The G-Sword put some damage on you. That guy shoots. The poor IKV gets spotted. Looks like he may have taken a shot at you, too. Looks like he did. Yeah, and then you get 2 guys. I mean, we are basically the fox in the hen house at this point. Run over here, take a look. See some guys doing some things and whatnot. They don't see you because they have poor view range. The poor Ferdy. We're going to look for... I like this right here. Just kind of watch this. This is a great example of kind of understanding the terrain and how the game works. Looking for that elevation to get a shot on this guy. Doesn't quite get it, so he's going to come back around. Again, I'm absolutely blown away that you're just hanging out here and not getting seen or beat up. The guys in the corner are just hard camping. We're just going to absolutely shred the Ferdinand. Using APCR, so we don't have to worry about heat, not going through tracks and such. We just abuse this poor Ferdy. I thought he might get below the terrain, but he doesn't quite have it. And just like that, we shut down that Ferdy with 4 shots. That is the power of the Charfooter right there, right? He had the time unmolested. The Ferdinand couldn't get away, and we just absolutely shred that poor dude. Kind of taking a look here. I think for my money, man, I don't know. I would have probably turned back around and tried to be the spotter for all the snipers on the 1-2 line. You did lose some, though. It looks like they tried to push in and got beat up. So for me, for everybody else watching, the hit points are all over there, right? There's a couple. There's maybe the Skoda and maybe one other, but there's a bunch of hit points down here in the southwest corner. I would have gone dark, try to get up and over that ridge and start moving in, because the Barask is absolutely having a heyday right now. He is gathering up the assist like you read about. Not too shabby for us, though. We're doing 2,600. We've got 909 assists. We've killed 2 tanks. We absolutely split them down the middle. There was some weird push. You can see the kind of scrap going on in the northeast. 2 or 3 of their tanks went over and tried to push into a bunch of campers. But just a really weird setup for this. We have the Skoda T27. He's only got 73 hit points. He's in big old trouble. Probably on a reload would be my guess. He's not even looking at us. He's trying to bring his turret around the corner. No, he has no idea we're here. He dies before. I think he was just realizing that you were there. Spin back around. I think I would have hit C and reloaded. It was going to take us a long time to travel over that way. There's no way we were going to get a shot before we reloaded. I'm kind of surprised they haven't killed him off, but we've got a bunch of TDs, and they've got TDs and a fast-firing Centurion. So right now, we have the better than even odds, probably better even than even odds, to get over to the southwest and get some more hit points out of there. Centurion looks like he's going to hold down that little hill there. So I think you would have reloaded well before. Not sure if you noticed or not, but something to try to keep in the old cross check. I think he's going to avoid, there we go, he's going to avoid going across the circle. He doesn't want them to know he's coming. There we go, now we got the Centurion kind of hanging out. He's hold down to the rest of those guys, but he's not hold down to you. So once we get into these crossfire situations, he's like, he turned his turret. He's like, huh? What's... Something shooting me over here. Oh, and so wouldn't it have been nice to have another shell right now, right? We're up to 3,563, 909. Exactly what I do. I just wade into these guys. It is a G-SOAR. There we go. Fine, ram him. There we go. Got a little bit more out of him. He has no idea what's happening. He's getting shot 400,000 times. He just gets brutalized. 1,918 assists now. So that's what I was talking about earlier. I think you probably could have got a bunch more assist and damage by going in there. That Skoda, who cares? It was only 127 hit point Skoda. But you know what? The combined was 5,800. We ended up with 4 kills in just a bizarre proc game. But so that's the answer, right, to the question. What do you do when it doesn't go meta? Just, I will caution you on any map, when you see a flank undefended, be very careful about how you push and get in there. This worked out for him. I think he made a couple mistakes as far as exposing himself a little more than he needed to, because I think he could have probably got ended a couple times in there, but it didn't matter because the enemy team was just pure camping, hiding kind of team, and he took total advantage of it. Split him down the middle, just started shredding everything in every direction. That Keystone Cop moment with the other Charfooter was pretty funny there, Black 5. So well done, man. I like that. That was great. Not your usual fare. You will not see that happen a lot, but it's nice to have a few cards in the deck or a couple aces up your sleeve and understand what you need to do in that situation. Take advantage of it, but be careful that you don't walk into a bunch of guns. And that may have been a lot of why he didn't go down to the southwest. That's all I've got for today, guys. We will see ya.